everyone. I welcome you all to another episode of Know Your Alumni Season 3. Today we have with us Nishkarsh Agarwal sir. He has completed his B.Tech from NIFTEM in the year 2020 and is now pursuing his MBA at XLRI Jamshedpur. Hello sir, how are you doing?
Hi Devesh, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good too sir. Sir, as a start, please tell us about your journey and all the learnings that you undertook at NIFTEM.
So it was a really enjoyable journey at NIFTEM. It was my first experience away from home, so I learned a lot to sustain for myself to have that survival instinct, because being in a very protective environment usually before that, so that was a really new experience for me here at NIFTEM, and along with the subject as well, because we had not been exposed to the food industry before coming here, and I absolutely had no idea before I joined NIFTEM about food technology. I just had an intrinsic interest in basic food materials and all. So it was a really new experience for me, and it was a very pleasurable journey here at NIFTEM.
So please tell us about your work as an intern with Priya Goals and different food research laboratories.
So my internship at Priya Gold, it was right after my first year in B.Tech. So it was basically I had taken up that internship just to get a know-how of how the industry actually works. So it was in the production department and the quality department. So I had interned there for around 1 month in my summers after my first semester itself. First semester itself. So I got to know how the industry actually works and what all goes on behind the product that we actually see in the market. So that was what I learned at Priya Gold. And so my internship at DFRL was in the research and development department. It was under the mandatory coursework that we are supposed to do in the 7th semester, and so I had the privilege of going there. I had applied for it almost a year before my internship actually began. So I got selected there, and it was pleasure working over there. I got to work under such esteemed scientists who had years of experience, more than 20 years of working in the same field. So it just expanded my horizon by a lot, and I got to know how actually research goes on, and I was given a very free hand over there. So I had all the autonomy as to how my project will go on, and I was given the autonomy to choose my project title and how I would like to plan it out over the 4.5 months that I was there. So, and a lot of handholding also went, because I was not really aware. I was given access to each and every resources that DFRL had. So it was a really good experience, and I learned a lot over there as well.
So when did you finally decided to do an MBA and made up your mind for it?
So being a 2020 grad, as we all know, it was really affected by the COVID outbreak. So and obviously our placements took a hit as well. So during that time, when I saw that there were not many great opportunities available in the market, so I decided whether or not to go for an MS in the technical side or to go for an MBA. And since I had appeared for CAT 2019 without much preparation, and I still scored the 90 plus percentile over there, so I had some idea that maybe if I do put my mind onto it and if I prepare well this time, maybe I can score a decent percentile and get into some B-School. So that is where it began, and right after I graduated in August 2020, after the online exams and whatnot, so I decided that I should go for an online coaching. I took coaching from iQuanta, which is basically a Facebook-based coaching style. It was really unique, not what you get at Time or other coaching institutes. And from there, it all began, and I decided that I should focus mainly on the B-School entrances.
So, sir, please tell us about the procedure through which one can enter XLRI. And at the Top-Knotch B-School, we all know about it. So, please guide us throughout the procedure.
Sure. So for XLRI, you need to first appear for the XAT exam, which is the Xavier Aptitude Test, and post that there are interviews. And in my year there were only interviews, but I think the process has now been changed. So there are some writing aptitude tests as well. After you score a decent percentile and you pass the cutoff that they have set for that year. So basically, you have to appear for that, and it is a bit different from CAT. And I think we'll be talking about that in the further, as and when the interview will be.
Yeah. So, sir, please tell us about how is XLRI different from other B schools that are present in the country, and how is the course and curriculum there?
So XLRI is basically, it specializes in the human resources management program, and it is one of the best in Asia Pacific region. And mostly the IIMs that we have in India, their flagship courses are in the general management sector. So this is one of the oldest B schools in India, and it focuses on the labor, the labor laws and the industrial relations that we have. So it basically focuses on that department, and that is what makes it unique. And it is the best institute for human resources in India, and that is why I prefer to go over there than the other B schools. It has a lot of So there are a lot of experienced professors over here. They have 25-30 plus years of teaching experience, and they have been stalwarts in their own right. They have been consultants for, say, I have a professor over here who was a consultant in the 6th Pay Commission of India. So they have pretty great experience and profiles, and so to learn from them, and also my peers here. So that helps a lot.
Tell us about your XAT journey and the main points that an applicant should keep in mind while preparing for it.
Yeah. So the XAT entrance exam is a bit different from the CAT one, because in CAT, the 3 sections that we have in XAT, there is one additional section which is the decision making, and also there is a GK section. Although for XLRI, it is not something that for GK you have a cutoff, but yes, it does matter if you score pretty well in the GK section. So it helps you with your interviews, post you clear the cutoff, then it helps you in converting the college. So for that, primarily, other than CAT, whatever preparation you're doing for CAT, you have to also keep in mind that you have to devote some time in the decision-making process as well. So I appeared for a lot of mock tests, and I purchased one from IMS coaching, which is I feel that it is probably one of the best institutes for getting a mock test series. Because it pits you against a lot of people in India. Over 1 lakh people appear for it every week. So you get to know where you actually stand, and they give you a percentile, and there are great keys available for it. They give every answer solution in the video format. So once you look back, and then you get to know what all sections that you really need to focus on. So that is how I prepared for it, for XAT, and that is how it is different from the CAT exam.
So what was the reason for you for choosing XLRI over the other B schools that are present in our country?
Yeah. So when I was going through my B school journey, the entrance and the admission journey for B school. So after I had converted almost all the baby IIMs and the new IIMs, and through the CAP process, and I had converted IIM Ahmedabad FABM as well, along with XLRI HR. So I think it's only poetic if I quote it here. The alumni of NIFTEM helped here, because I talked to a lot of alumni who were there in FABM, who had graduated in IIM FABM as well. So they all advised me that no, you should consider XLRI HR as well. Do not do not look at it as if that you're changing your domain, so it will be all negative for you, because it is one of the most prestigious college there is in India. So their advice, and also I during the time that I had some free time because I was on a drop year. So I also explored what all goes in an HR role. So because throughout our years, what we have heard is that HR is only for people who are very much interested into HR. Now, how do you try to understand whether you're interested in HR or not? By reading about it. So because we have not been exposed as engineers, we were not exposed to HR as such. There were some courses like OB in our curriculum, which is very unique for an engineering course in India. But still, we are not very much aware as to how to know whether you're interested in HR. So I used to read a lot about it, and then I finally chose that this is the field for me, and I should go for XLRI HR.
So, like as you mentioned just now that you cleared some of the IIMs and even the FABM program at IMA, and you choose XLRI over that. So it is generally a viewpoint that is found that for the branding of the name of IIM, people leave a prestigious institute like the XLRI, FMS, Symbiosis, or the IFT. So your viewpoint and take on that.
Yeah, so that is definitely true. But the thing is, being in IIM and being in the FABM course are two different things. IIM is known for its flagship PGP program, but FABM is, no disrespect to the people who are enrolled there or who are alums from there, but the PGP flagship program is a different course altogether. So there is not much autonomy in terms of the electives that you get while you are at FABM. So that is what I thought was something which went in the negative for me. Like I felt that I'll get much more autonomy when it comes to HR at XLRI, because I'll be able to choose all the electives, all the areas where I'm interested in. So that is what I feel is the problem with. Not just going with the brand name, because XLRI in itself is a very good brand name when it comes to HR.
Yeah, that's fair enough, sir. So tell us about the learnings that you are getting at XLRI and the present, your daily routine, and what all happens in this B-School.
Sure. So apart from the esteemed professors that are over here with such great experiences, what is the best part about a B-School is that you get to learn a lot from your peers, because everyone here has come from a different background. I come from a food technology background. I have friends who have worked in the automobile sector. They have worked in steel plants. They were civil engineers. So you get an idea from all different perspectives. Like even basically here in these schools we have learning through case study solutions and case study discussions. So you get a lot of different viewpoints, and then you can make your own opinion as well. So people listen to you and you listen to their opinion, and then you learn from that. And obviously the last opinion is obviously from the professors themselves. So who have seen almost everything there is to see in any kind of industry you talk about. So that is how the learning goes. And of course we party as well. So there is a good party culture here as well. So because we work hard, so we party hard as well. So that also goes there. There are a lot of cultural activities that go on here. We have one of the biggest B-School fests in India that was held just last week. So all those cultural activities and different fests also, they help a lot in chilling down or to blow the steam off as well.
So like you gave CAT in the year 2019 and later on prepared for it for another year and reappeared for the exams in 2020. So your motivation behind this for like giving it another attempt, because many applicants lose their confidence in the very first attempt.
Right. So because I had not prepared that much for CAT 2019, I just went there out of sheer peer pressure, because each and every one of my batchmates was giving it. So I thought I'll give it a shot. And to be very honest, when I went there, I did not even know that you cannot go to the next section once before the 1 hour end on the previous section. So I was that naive and I did not know anything about CAT, and still I managed to score 90 plus percentile, while my batchmates could not. Though even some people who were taking coaching from time and other institutes, they were not able to get such a high percentile. So I just thought that I do have the natural aptitude for it, but if I refine it a bit and if I give it with the mindset that I want to appear for it and I want to get into a B-School, maybe that would help me. And I think my work towards it and some luck as well, that helped me, and I scored a decent percentile both in CAT and XAT, and I was able to convert some of the interview calls that I got. So that is how I got motivated, because I had no preparation for the 2019 CAT. So I thought maybe I should give an attempt with the clear mindset that I do want to get into a B-School district.
So any special memory associated with NIFTEM that you would like to share with all of us?
Yeah, so since it was my first hostel experience, I think it was a very memorable time. The whole 4 years, getting to know new people coming from various backgrounds, from almost each corner of India. So I had never seen people from that many people from all other states, and I got to know them. And some of my closest friends are from the farthest places in our country. So to be with them and have all those all-nighters before the end term exams, before the mid-term exams, and trying to mug up things before the exam to reproduce something over there to at least get some decent marks. So all those all-nighters and waking each other up. So those were some of the most memorable times in my life till now.
Sir, and then message for your junior NIFTEMites.
Yeah. So I think one message that I would like to give everyone is that be open to new experiences. So during my time at NIFTEM, it was probably the golden years of my life, because for those 4 years I was able to make mistakes and learn from them. So I had tried almost everything while I was at NIFTEM. I ran the IBRTC bakery on leave. So I tried the business side of things. I had some NPD projects as well. So tried different things. I had some internships in the production area, in the quality control area. I did one internship in R&D sector. So be open to new experiences and learn from them, and then decide what particular branch or what particular field you actually like and you're passionate about, and then just relentlessly pursue it. So that is the only advice that I'd like to give to all my juniors.
So it was a wonderful session. We believe that a lot of NIFTEMites who want to pursue MBA as a future career would be benefited from this session. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you. The pleasure is all mine, David. Thanks for having me.